Hey there! Want to know how to properly write a blog post that people will keep reading over and over again? Now, before I share with you the ins and outs of how to do this, here's a cold hard fact. You can have the most beautifully designed blog with a ton of bells and whistles and fun features, but without well-written and structured blog posts, no one will read your blog. No, I'm not saying you have to be the best writer, but you need to know how to properly write blog posts that will keep people coming back over and over again. So how exactly do you write blog posts that will captivate your readers and get on the first page of Google? So in this video, I'm going to walk you through my 5-step process of how I write blog posts. Now, this is the actual process that we use in our travel blog, Adventure New, which had almost 6 million visitors last year. Now, before I begin, my name is Anna Faustino and I'm the founder of the Blogging Fast Lane, where I help people profit from their passions through blogging. Okay, so let's now get down to the good stuff. The thing is, writing blog posts isn't a rocket science, but there are certain steps that you can take to make sure that your content ranks on the first page. So step number 1 is do your research and create an outline. Now, the first step to writing an effective and engaging blog post is to do your research. You know, when we first started our travel blog, I spent more than a year writing about whatever I felt like. I wasn't doing any research and rather just writing whatever popped into my head. But when I started doing keyword research, I knew exactly what people were looking for, allowing me to structure my content in a way that answered all of their questions. Now, when you're doing your keyword research, make sure you look out for these 3 things. Number 1, what people are searching for. So this is the exact keywords that people are using to find their answers. The second is the user intent of the keyword. What exactly are people expecting to find when they type that particular keyword? And the third, what kind of articles are ranking? Now, if you're looking for an affordable keyword research tool that can help tell you all of those 3, make sure you check out our key search tutorial, which is hands down one of the most affordable tools in the market. Now, I'll link to it in the description box below, or you can click through above. Now, in this video, I'll walk you through all my key search tips, including hacks on how to spy on your competitors in order to help you create bigger and better articles. Now that you have an idea of the keyword that you want to target, as well as what the other ranking articles look like, it's now time to create an outline. Now, a lot of people don't do this step, and ultimately, it boils down to personal preference. But I always recommend writing out your ideas, then taking a step back to evaluate its overall structure. Now, at a minimum, an outline should include things like the headings that you want to have, your subheadings that you'd like to cover, as well as where you can integrate your keywords. Now, your outline doesn't have to be ultra detailed, but the more you include here, the easier the writing process will be. Now, here's a top tip. Take a look at all the ranking articles and use this to guide your outline and determine which sections are important to include. Now, when you see the ranking articles, it should also tell you how long your article should be and what main points you need to touch on. Now, this brings me to step number 2, which is write a first draft of your post. So you've done the research, you know which keywords you want to do, and you've created an outline. Now it's time to get writing. Now, while your outline will give you a good direction of where to go, there are some things to keep in mind when you start writing. More than anything, all good articles aim to provide value to the readers. Now, if you can show your readers that you have something useful to say, they're more likely to keep coming back and share it with others. Now, providing value is easy when you know the user intent and what types of questions people have around the keyword. So, for example, if someone's searching for the keyword how to grow an indoor garden, rather than just showing them photos of your indoor garden and talk about the basic things, provide them with tons of detailed information. What materials they would need to set it up, the best type of plants to get, how often do you need to water them, plus problems that you encountered and solutions that you found to make the whole process stress-free. Now, aim to create bigger and better articles than the ones that are ranking, while adding your own spin and personal touch. Now, aside from providing value, don't forget to be personable and to provide clear action items for your readers. Remember, people read blogs because it's like sitting down and getting advice from a friend. So make sure that you let your personality show in your writing. Your writing has to be easy to read and is broken down into short paragraphs. Now, this only helps people when they're looking at your article. This makes it easier for them to digest the information rather than reading a large wall of text. Okay, now that you've done step 1 and step 2 and you have a working draft of your article, the third step is to create a catchy headline. Now, when you Google something, hundreds and thousands of results come up, but what makes you click on one link over the other? Now, since you can't read the content or look at the image, in a single glance, it's generally the headline or the title that grabs your attention and drives you to click on a certain article. Now, even if your article is super well written, unique, and engaging, if you don't have a catchy headline, no one will be enticed to actually click on the link and read it. Now, in the description box below, I'll link to one of our most popular articles on our blog on how to write catchy headlines. Now, in that article, I give tons of headline writing formulas plus examples to help make the entire process of writing catchy headlines easier. Okay, this brings us now to step 4, which is optimize your article for SEO and affiliates. Now that you have your article and your catchy headline, optimizing your article is one of the most important components of creating a good blog post. Now, taking the time to optimize it for SEO and affiliates not only makes your post easier to read, but doing this also helps your article rank on Google, getting you that much wanted traffic and conversion. Now, while writing with SEO in mind is a whole video in itself, in general, you want to make sure that your blog post has keywords in your H1, H2, or H3 tags, LSI words, which are related keywords. It needs to have a clear and concise URL without any stop words. It has eye-catching images which all have alt tags. It has internal and external links. This means you're linking out to high authority sources and you're linking to other articles within your blog. And 6, make sure you have clear meta descriptions for your blog posts. Now, this is just a taster of what you really need to do in order to optimize for SEO. But in general, that's a good framework of where to start. So if you're adding affiliate links to your article, make sure that you have clear CTAs and other buying signals to help you actually get those conversions. Now, if you've been tuning into this channel, you would know that affiliate marketing is our jam. In 2019 alone, we made over $90,000 just from affiliate marketing. Now, if you want an insider's view into our actual strategy, check out our free training. All you have to do is head to www.bloggingfastlane.com/watch to sign up. Now, this training is 100% free and is jam-packed with a ton of information, so make sure you don't miss out on it. Now, this brings us to our last step, which is step 5. Edit, polish, and publish your post. Now that you've got all the moving parts in place, it's time to get ready for publishing. Take some time to really go through your blog post and edit for any spelling, grammar, or formatting mistakes. Now, I want you to ask yourself these questions when you're about to publish. Does it flow well? Does it have a table of contents making it easier to read? Are all the images that you have relevant? Did you include all the keywords that you wanted to include? And lastly, have you met the user intent of the keywords? Now, sometimes editing can be tough and it's easy to miss little errors. So when you're doing this, feel free to take a break, take a walk, go back at it, or use free tools like Grammarly to help you proofread your content. In our Blogging Fastlane course, we have a content SEO cheat sheet, which walks our students through a series of questions to make sure that they haven't missed out on anything when publishing. Now, once you've gone through the editing process and you're confident in your writing, it's now time to get it up and get it published. Now, if you use these steps to help you craft well-written blog posts, your audience will keep coming back for information over and over again. Now, the main thing that you have to keep in mind with all of this is to constantly strive to provide value to your readers in the content that you put out. If you can show your readers what you have to say really relates to them, they'll continue to come back for more. So as for my last tip, I want you to remember that writing, just like anything else, is a skill. The more you do it, the better you get at it. So don't get frustrated at yourself if writing an article takes long initially. Simply work through the process and keep at it. So hopefully this video gave you lots of tips and insights on how to write blog posts that people will actually read. So if you enjoyed this video and want more tips on how to profit from your passions, hit subscribe and let me know in the comment section below which tip helped you the most.